Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Vorm, and this is part 2 of our Let's Play for Through the Ages, specifically the Deep Impact Challenge. So we're just going to continue right where we left off, and it's my politics phase, so I need to pick an action. And I think we're just going to go right with the Cold War. I'm going to try to maintain the top spot, or hopefully at least the top 2 spots for power. Play that. And rats. I lost 9 food. Everybody else had 1. Alright. Well, that hurt. I've got 0 food generation now. That actually causes a pretty big problem because now the only worker I've got I have to throw into a happiness generation location, and then I won't have any workers to upgrade my farms to try to get more food. Okay, well, let's see then. Out for our civil actions. What to do. We can draw a code of laws. It'll use pretty much all of my research this round, but it won't burn an action essentially because we'll be using one, but we'll be gaining one. It's not so much that I need the upgraded food production, it's just I need workers in there. And at the moment, that means I'd have to pull a worker out of somewhere else and move him over. I'm also short a leader and haven't upgraded my government since the beginning of the game, so pretty much got a bit of a problem in every category. I'm not strong enough to really go after anybody militarily. They're all too close and have too many cards for defense values for the raids. Go after something like organized religion. Provides lots of happiness, so that would take care of that problem. Thinking I might do that. I haven't yet got a decent sized happiness building out there to free up my workers. That would let me drop this guy on the food. Really need I think I'm going to grab the monarchy as one action just to make sure I have it. Then we're going to grab organized religion and play it. And then we're going to deploy our worker there. Now it still doesn't free up a worker, unfortunately, for our farm to get us back to food production stage. Out of civil actions. Yeah. I'm wondering if it would be better to hold off on this until next round. Well, I can't grab the reserves anyway. I still don't have enough points. If I grab the selective breeding, I could play it next round and upgrade my worker. That would at least get me 1 extra food per round. Well, I don't have corruption to worry about. I could upgrade. That might work. Not doing this. Alright, I like that a little better. So we upgraded here instead. That gets us the happiness, keeps the worker free. I don't have the actions to deploy him this turn, but I could keep him in reserve in case a politics card comes out that affects idle workers, and next round I can get him put out. And it's not a great solution, but I think that's the best I can do at the moment. Military-wise, I don't have a lot of choice. Really, the only thing I could do to upgrade my military power would be if I switched to this tactic card and then upgraded both of my infantry. I'd gain 3 total military points. Take me to 10. I wouldn't have enough points to do that, though. I'd only get 2 of, or I'd get the tactics card deployed and 1 of the armies upgraded. That wouldn't be enough to trigger the tactics, so then I would be essentially dropping my military. Probably only by, I think, a couple of points because of the tactic. Neither of my tactics would be engaged. I could take that one in the interim, so I'd only be dropping, well, it'd actually be pretty close to even, I think. Let's look real quick. So if I went here, oh yeah, I can't just do a straight upgrade, I forgot. Back that up. Yeah, that drops my military if I do that. Yeah. I always forget I can't just drag military from one to the other. It's going to take 2 actions to pull a guy back and deploy him as a cavalry unit. No, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to end turn here. And I'm not going to use that, so get rid of it. Alright, Red wants to get a pact with me, an international trade agreement. Red produces an extra resource and we produce an extra food. Well, that's actually something I'd be kind of interested in. Sure. Red's got no wait. Oh, he's got science production out of another building. He's got no straight research buildings here. Interesting. Sure like to do an aggression, but I'm just pretty convinced that with that fistful of cards, he's got plenty enough defense to hold me off for now. So let's play that one. Scientific breakthrough. Alright. So we've got the most at the moment, so we got 5. So I'm fairly happy here. This still a problem. Alright, I've actually got enough science to peacefully switch into the constitutional monarchy, or I can get these 2 deployed. I think we need the monarchy. So let's get that done. We'll do it peacefully. Alright, that pretty much ends my research for the round. Next round I should have enough for either or, and I'll probably go rifleman. Code of laws now that I've got this. It's important, but I'm not as worried about it. Alright, so what else can we do? We've got some resources. Unfortunately, don't have a lot of paths to pursue for upgrades. I really have no choice here. I've got to do that. I've got to get some food production. So that will be enough to at least allow me recruit these, so that'll give me enough, or pretty sure it switches to 3 here. So maybe it's 3 for this whole box, but happiness wise it only gives me that first half for this guy. So that'll give me at least 2 guys, one over the next couple of turns, so we're good there. What else to do? I think this is going to be the last of the food production buildings until we hit age 3. So do I double up and grab one of those? So urban building upgrades, and you may build up to 3 stages of a wonder. So this is going to save civil actions for a wonder upgrade, of which I have none. Oh, that's what I want right there. I'll back this up. Alright, I am going to grab that. I don't have the points to deploy that this turn, but if I do it next turn, alright. Yeah, it's pretty important. I think I do want to do that. So we're going to grab that, and then for all that, you are going to go. So my thinking behind this, if you don't know, this one here, during your action phase you can gain 1 population. This costs no action or food. So basically you can recruit a free population unit every single turn with the ocean liner service up. So they're bringing in population from other lands. So I found this in my last match hugely important, and it made things, saved me a whole bunch of effort in not having to assign workers into food categories. So it saved both action points plus food plus the resources to build the farms, because 1 per round is actually a nice steady rate to start using these guys up. I was able to just keep ahead of, or just use them up as fast as I was able to keep the happiness generated. So it's actually, I think that's probably so far one of my favorite wonders to get built. So I'm really happy I'm able to get that out. Even though it's going to take up a good part of my turn, there's still enough turns left in the game. I think I'm going to get a lot of resource benefits out of that. So the breeding is irrelevant now. I don't care about that anymore. I've already got an upgraded government type. Why would it not? I've already got organized religion as well, so all of this is irrelevant, and I don't have enough points for anything up there, so we're done looking at that. So the question is really, what do I do with this? I've got 13 points, but what I've got to think about is how many points this is going to take. So with architecture, this will save me the actions, but it's not going to save me resources. So I'm going to need the entire amount in order to take advantage of that. So I think I'm going to leave everything just the way it is. I'm not going to spend anything that's going to cost me resources. I'll have 19 should nothing else change for next round. That'll be just enough to get this built and probably one other thing done upgrade wise. And I want to leave myself some cushion. So this is going to be really important for the remaining period. So we're going to how much would it cost if I did this military upgrade to the cavalry? So it's only 1 resource per, so it cost me 2 resource to move these guys up there. So if I did that, oh, 1, 2, I don't have enough now again. Man, there's just no good way to do that. It takes so many points to pull guys out and transfer them over to another military unit. I keep trying, they keep not letting me. Let's see here. So if I did this and that and this and that, why isn't it letting me do that? Plus 3. I'm confused. I've got a military point. Oh, it takes 3 military points. That would be why. That I didn't realize. Not last place, but I really don't want to do that. But in order to get the transition done, I can't seem to get it all done at once, so I'm going to have to do a portion at a time. Let's, I'll take the chance. I'll be the second. Now, I'm in second place currently, but during their turn, somebody's going to probably move ahead of me. But I'm going to risk it, so I want to get it done. The only way to get it done is in parts, so let's go ahead and end our turn there. Yeah, I know, but I can't take any cards, and I can't spend any points. I need all the points to get the liner up. So, yep, use it up. Finally, some leaders are showing up. Hopefully, alright, most gain of population. Cool. I am happy to have it. He developed knights and then built a mine. Feeling comfortable at his power level as well right now. Alright, red. Wonder if I can end that pact. I'll have to look. I haven't tried it before. Hopefully it's something you can cancel. Oh, they're taking leaders. Alright, now I'm in third place on the military. Isaac slid down into the 2-point cost category. I'm eyeballing him pretty hard. We're down to 16 cards in age 2. Oh yeah, green's going for it. He's going to start pounding on people. Alright, what do we got? Okay, so first thing we need to get done is our politics action. So definitely not going to raid anybody, so it's civil unrest. That's fine, go ahead and get that played. Prosperity. So 1 food for each of its happy faces. So we have 3, and we gain 3. So that's useful. I don't technically need it, but it gives me a bit of a cushion, so that's good. Alright, uses up one of my blue cubes, which I'm not as happy about, but that's fine. Alright, so politics is done. So we need to get architecture out. That's going to save us. Let's see, I can get one of these out. Architecture is going to save me a bunch of action points and also build points for urban buildings, which the Wonder isn't, but I'm going to be putting up other ones pretty soon, so I think that is the most important one for now. Alright, then we're going here. We're going to build the entire thing, and it saved us a bunch of action points to do it that way. Now, with that, during our action phase, we can gain 1 population at no food cost. So we've got 2 now. I don't have enough resources really to take advantage of more than that, if even that many, so I think we will not recruit another one this round. Although that would then... So if I do this and bring the free worker in, there's no cost to this. It keeps it ready in my pool. I should take advantage of that. I shouldn't skip that, so given this circumstance. Alright. That's good. Now if I did another one, we're still maintaining the happiness face. We're still good on resources. We actually gained some cushion from the problem there. Alright, I just gotta pray nothing happens to a politics card that gets rid of vital workers. Alright, so I'm liking that. So now the most important thing is these 2 categories. So if I've got my worker problem taken care of, I'm going to need lots of resources in order to deploy them to just about anything. So I think this is going to be my focus coming up next. We've got 2 actions left. I've got enough points I can put one of these guys. Oh, I thought I did. 5. Alright, can't do that. How much does it take to put this guy out? 7 there. Alright, let's do probably... How much is the cav? I forget. 3. So I can get the 3rd cavalry. And again, just like before, I'm using up resources I need for my infrastructure buildup. So, it's going to be another odd one where I'm going to have lots of guys and some resources that I'm just going to sit on. So let's look at some others. So that would gain us 3 resources. That's military, I believe. Extra 2. For each military stronger, so that's going to be 2 currently, could be 3 by the time we can use it. Or we can grab justice system for the future. Or we can grab some cannons. I can't do any wars this round, so I was hoping to avoid a big military buildup. Really, I just wanted to stay near the top so I don't get hit by the weakest civilization events. I wasn't really planning on doing a whole bunch of military this round. I need to focus on culture building because I've got the handicap for the culture I produce in this challenge. So, with that in mind, I've already got riflemen that I haven't had a chance to deploy yet. I think I need to work on my infrastructure. So, next round, I think I need to do this round. So that gets me up, I think, high enough that I'll maintain enough of a lead over them. That'll give me a bit of a cushion. And yeah, I think I had to do that. So hopefully that will give me a few rounds of safety for any of those types of events. We will grab reserves. I just got to have the resources out of that. And I'm going to not grab that because we'd only get a small benefit out of it. Not going to grab that. I've already got that, organized religion. Team sports would give the additional military bonus points, but I just don't think it's going to be worth paying that plus that just for that benefit when I'm trying to not spend a lot there. So I'm going to cancel the reserves and I'm going to grab Newton. I need to get another leader, plus he's going to have research benefits, which is one of my shortening areas I'm short in. So yeah, I think that's going to be a better draw than the reserves. So end turn. And there's my little tiny amount of resources. I Inhabited territory. Up to 4 for green. It would take... Nah, way too much. Pass. No thanks. Whoa, red paid 8. Alright. You guys go with your bad selves. He managed to get it with just a single military unit and a handful of cards. I think green's going to stomp on somebody during his turn. With red down at 3 military, if red doesn't do anything to improve that during his turn, I'd be kind of surprised. At this stage of the game, I'm not feeling very comfortable. We have not made much progress in the culture problem, and with the handicap of culture generation we've got in this challenge, I think we're going to run into a problem. Alright, so he rejected a pact where red and yellow can't attack each other. Yeah. And basically you got a free population out of that. He's got a lot of workers sitting idle as well. They seem to be playing more conservatively than I've seen from the easy AI. Could just be an assumption on my part, but feels that way. Bumped up his military a couple more points and ended his turn? Huh, it's only got 2 cards, so that's probably why he has no aggression or wars to throw against red. Alright, what are we looking at here? So red has got a fistful of cards, so I'm pretty sure he would be able to defend. We have an 8-point lead. Age 2 cards are providing 2, so he'd have to have a lot of them actually. We might get away with a raid. Let's try it. Do an aggressive raid on red. Confirm. And failed. Oh, I was counting the wrong value, so they're 4 each, so yep. 11 to 11. Alright, oh well. Alright, we got to get Isaac Newton out. We need that bonus production. Now, one thing I have to consider is your best lab or library produces an additional amount of research equal to its level. And every time you develop a technology, you get back 1 civil action spent. So basically I can develop technologies for free on the civil action side, and I get double up research on my highest level, either lab or library. Or not double up, but I'm getting 1 because it's an age 1. I'm reading that right, aren't you? Equal to its level. So does that mean equal to its age? I'm not 100% on that actually. If this is level 1, level 2, level 3, or is it 0, 1, 2, 3? I'm not sure how that's counting. So I'm at 6 plus 6 with him. If I take him out, yeah, I gained 1 point. So, alright. What can we do next? So we've got a pretty good amount of actions. We're meeting our tactics card requirement, which is the best one out there at the moment. I've got lots of workers, but not a lot of resources, so I need to pick and choose pretty carefully because with this resource amount, I'm only going to get probably 1 guy deployed effectively. So I can do that. Grab my free worker, which is not going to cost me 4. Man, that's powerful. Love that thing. Alright. I've only got 2 resources left. That's not going to be enough to deploy anything, but possibly a level 1. Yeah. Level 1 farm or mine. We're probably going to be stuck again, but we're starting to get a pretty good amount of generation built. Now I can develop a tech and I can grab cards. So grabbing riflemen will upgrade my infantry plus get me up to par. Code of laws gives me another civil action. Let's go ahead and, or do I hold on to it? What else do we got up here? Strategy, 3 military and 2 military actions. Coal mines popped out up there. We're about to hit age 3. I think I'm going to skip age 2 and jump straight to age 3. Hope to ride that to the final. So for breakthrough, get a refund. I've got no wonder in the works. There's none on the table. Efficient upgrade. Mine or urban building for 3 less. For 2 points though, if it was over here, I would definitely grab that. It would be worth the trade-off. That's for the military points. I think I'm going to end up grabbing breakthrough. I'll have 12 points next round. So if I spent, well, no, I'll have 6. So I can basically deploy 1 and then 1 more next round. And then with breakthrough, if I grab strategy, I could do strategy instead of code of laws. How important is that going to be? Basically, I'm going to trade my research for the round in order to gain 3 military, because I don't think I'm going to... Well, I guess the alternate advantage of having the actions for military, even if I'm not going to use them to attack or upgrade things, is that it increases my card hand limit for the military. And or it's going to draw more military cards, that is. So that is somewhat important. Nothing else out there that I think is going to be useful, so I think I will yeah, let's go ahead and grab it. That. And we're going to play Rifleman. Oh crap, I've got to upgrade that guy. That's going to cost me my resource points. That I forgot about, so 3 resource to get him moved up to Rifleman in order to take advantage of that. Yeah. Alright, let's still do it. I still want to be able to maintain parity through this next stage. So we're going to keep that. And got enough points for the upgrade, so I can use that for my last. Got nothing I can upgrade personnel, and I have no resources to upgrade anything anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. Good to keep a fistful of cards. They can't see the military cards, my opponents, so they're always face down for each player, so they don't know how many defensive cards I have or aggressions and such. So took Rifleman. We're about to hit age 3 anytime now. Probably the timing is not going to be enough that I'll be able to take advantage of age 3 cards this round. They'll be costing too much. So unless something really hot shows up that I'm willing to spend 3 points on, I doubt I'm going to be able to get it. Any of them. Alright, terrorism. Civilization with the lease. Destroys 1 urban building of each other civilization. Ah, that's not nice. I'll probably get rid of my food generation. I think I've got 1 guy left in there. Alright, he took architecture. Look at all these workers piled up. I'm back to third place for military, or no, yeah, third place for military. So I definitely don't want to stay there. Alright, here we go. Age 3. And I had to discard Code of Laws and 1 Age 1 military card. Alright. Alright, lost my Library of Alexandria. Not super sad. Got a problem there, dude. Assume you're going to take care of that before the round ends. Yep, there he went. Wow, you got quite a lot done that round. Alright. Age 3 cards. A few of them showed up. Nothing I'm probably going to be willing to pay points for at that level. Culture and research would be really nice, but I'd have to spend 3 civil actions, and I'd have to have a boatload of resources to get it deployed, not to mention the research, so I'm probably going to have to just let that pass. I'd love to grab it, because both of those are going to be really important, and it'd be a one building that would help take care of both of those things, but we'll see. So, alright, fistful of cards. Ooh, green's only got 1 card to possibly defend with. An age 2, so that would only get him to 9 or 10 military. So I think I'm safe to raid him. If I had a raid, that would be perfect. Unfortunately, I don't. Alright. I would produce... Adds 4 to its strength and produces 1 less. So basically, I'm going to gain a resource or a culture per turn, and whoever I pick would gain 4 strength and produce 1 culture less, and then it ends if one attacks the other. So I would potentially pick green. Let's do a culture check. So 57 with +7, I think he used my danger. 34, yeah, I'm way out of the line here. I'm almost dead last. That's a lot. He's got a big lead, and he's looking pretty good on a lot of his buildings. I don't think that's going to be enough to make a difference, and I don't want to bootstrap somebody's military to let them that much so that they can spend their resources on the other stuff. So let's do something like this instead. Let's do the Cold War's coming up next. Strongest Civ scores 6 research, so that's not me, unfortunately. Oh, it is 6 and 6, so in yellow. So we are going to play something so that we know that we can get Cold War to occur right now. Alright, so use food, and yeah, let's do that. I'll get the 2 culture plus get the research benefit. That worked out pretty well. So we're looking a little better. Alright, so lots of actions. So let's do breakthrough. Then we can develop strategy to get that out. And yeah, so do that. And we're going to play to develop strategy. Go. So we've still got 7, so that's a decent amount. Alright, next up. Nobody took coal, still sitting there. I'm wondering if I should get coal and then skip the age 3 production instead, because we've got a limited amount of turns before we're at the end, so I've got to get things developing now. I can't wait for coal or a resource card to develop and assume that it's not going to get grabbed by one of these guys before I can grab it. I think timing-wise, this is my best play. I don't need journalism. I don't need the monarchy. Not interested in the cannons. Yeah, this is the best play. So we're going to do this. We're going to get it deployed. And we're going to use our points to, let's see here, upgrade, because it's going to cost less. So it's going to cost 3 per to upgrade. So I can do 3 of them theoretically. I can get 3 workers up there. I'd really like to get another scientist. So let's do 1. Yeah, I forgot I have efficient upgrade, even better. We'll use that. Perfect. Then we will upgrade. Keep trying to grab the blue dots instead of the yellow dots. We'll do that. Still got 7, so I've got enough to do that. Is this 5? Oh, it's 6. I'm thinking do that, but if I pull him back, I can't. I think it's most important to go ahead and do this because that'll give me 12 per round. That's a pretty good amount. I'll blow through these fairly quickly over the next couple of turns with that amount. So what I'm trying to figure out is going to depend a lot on what cards roll through, so I can't future plan too much because I would really like to get something, an upgraded lab before I start upgrading these. I'm pretty light on research, unfortunately. That's where I think I'm going to run into a problem. There's nothing I really care about up here at the moment, but I think we'll just grab this efficient upgrade card. Like so. Getting another guy out here costs 7, so that's going to be a huge resource expenditure just to get the happiness value out of that. But I think with the 3, that'll be 1, 2, 3. We're already in the last age, so I'm not going to drop off anymore. So 1 guy here will settle my happiness for the rest of the game. Alright. Military I can't do anything with. I have no resources for upgrade, so we're just going to get handed a boatload of cards. Yeah, end turn. Oh. Thank you, game. So if I grab 1, yep, go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's good. All right. It's the little things like that for production where they give you reminders like that that really points out how well developed the program is. All right, what's going to happen? Uh-oh, yellow went after green successfully. So green lost 4 resources and 1 food. That's why you don't want to be on the bottom of the pile. And he grabbed my multimedia building that I was eyeballing. I'm at the point where I think the military points aren't going to build. Well, I say this hesitantly, but I don't think they're going to build hugely, so I'm going to try to focus on culture generation if any stupid culture generation cards show up. I see the opera there, but it's probably going to be gone. Act rejected for a supremacy between red and green. That culture generation and the happiness for opera kind of looks pretty good, but I was hoping for an age 3 culture building that I could get up and then just pump full of workers and ride it through the end. Also, I don't have any wonders being worked on. Alright. Red jumped his military up. I'm still in second, though. But as they get advanced technologies, just putting a single worker out is going to cause their numbers to jump up a pretty good amount. Alright, what you doing, Green? Professional sports. Hollywood Wonder has shown up for a boatload of points. Oh, he took my opera. Yeah, that's going to throw a few more cards out, so I'm happy about that part, but I don't know. I was hoping something nice would show up right there. Okay, what are we looking at? We've got 14 against Green. Got a couple of cards. But once again, I got no aggression cards, so it's a moot point. I don't know what card's going to come up in the politics deck this round. Each civilization scores culture equal to the amount of food it produces. That would be really bad for me. With a bonus of 4 if this exceeds consumption. Alright. That would be more... Oh yeah. I like the looks of that. I gain, most everybody else loses, or at least some of them. Yellow really takes a hit. I'm liking that, assuming things stay this way, so we'll play that one. Refugees. Alright, it's not going to affect us. 3 points for yellow. Okay, so what can we do? What can we do? Let's first take a look up here. So spaceflight has arrived. It would take 5 civil actions to grab. You immediately score 1 per level of each of your technology cards. But it's going to take a whole lot. 16 resources to get it built. Also Hollywood for 4. You immediately score culture. Problem is, we don't have any theaters or libraries, so we would get nothing out of that currently, and there's none up. By the time they show up, by the time I get them built, I don't know that I would be able to make that pay. There's the food that I don't care about anymore, so it's age 3 all the way across now, so they burned through pretty much an entire bar of cards in their turn. Got an age 3 efficient upgrade. Farm, minor, urban building for 4 less, so probably going to want to do that. So we've got a 2 and 3 ready to go. I've got nothing to upgrade because I've got no lower level workers though, so that might not be efficient use of our cards. I'm not sure. Is it cost effective to do something like recruit here and then upgrade? So I spend 2 to put a guy down, then it would cost 6 to do the upgrade normally. So I'd save 4. Yeah, I think it still saves you. So I'd spend 2 to get them put down. Then I'd have to pay 6, but I'd save 4 of that, so it would cost 2 additional. So it would cost 4 basically to get it out. So yeah, I think the math still works. Alright, so research is my next problem. No research cards of any kind up there. So that's still going to be a problem. What to do, what to do. Number 2 on the power list with red coming up fast. Any new tactics cards I can take advantage of? Almost nobody's played a useful tactics card, so our 3 cavalry is still the highest. Unless I was willing to build 2 more, and I'm just not even going to look at that. I don't think enough time's going to pass to make that worthwhile, so ignore that. Take a look at the leader. Alright, so this is going to be labs also produce resources equal to the level. And then you also get the bonus equal to that production. Could I take enough advantage of that? If I was a higher labs, I would definitely take advantage of it. Right now I'm getting a small additional amount of research. And that's what's really drawing me down right now. Even if I grab one of these cards, it's going to take 3 turns to get it deployed. And I can't do anything about it other than stuff a bunch of guys in here. And it's not going to gain me much. It's only going to gain me 2 research per. Well, let's do this. Let's put one guy here, one guy here. We'll go ahead and cost here is 3, so that's not cost effective actually. So we'll do this with the efficient upgrade. I guess it would have worked out. That would have been 3 because that was an age 2 one. So hold on, back this up. Alright, I still want to do that. Need to do that. Then if I pull this, I can't use it till next round, so I'll wait on that one. But I can do this, get that upgraded for free essentially. It cost me the civic action, but alright. Looking a little better. So I've got that ready for next round. That gives me the option to again drop a guy here and then upgrade it, although I'd be losing a point of its efficiency. But the way the cards are rolling, if that happens again, I might have some other options. So I'm debating grabbing Bill Gates. I need everything I can to produce culture, and you get that small bump at the end. I just don't know how many higher level labs I'm going to get generated. I'd basically be trading research for production, and I think I need to research more right now. I don't think I'd get enough out of this, so I'm going to end up letting Bill Gates just pass by. I don't have enough points for that. I could pull that guy. I really don't care about food production anymore, so I could do that. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I can. Alright, so that's fine. So I'm loaded up on workers. I could do with a little more resources. We're starting to make some inroads here, but man, if these guys slam this card row again, there's only going to be like 4 more turns, and I just don't have anywhere near the culture production that I need. And not a bunch I can do about it. There's no research, there's no culture anywhere on the board, so I'm pretty much just stuck with it. Can't do anything with my cards here. I've got this, and a comment in the previous video or two mentioned that these 2 numbers, I hadn't understood what they represent, but this number is used if your military units are from the age of this or better, whereas this is used if you have military units included from a lower age. So right now I've got this unit, so if I try to deploy this, I'd only get the 3-point benefit instead of the 5-point benefit. So I'd have to get these guys upgraded to riflemen, then I'd get the full benefits of that. Can I play it this round, but still choose to use the other one? You can only change once per turn. So we'll back that out for now. But still, actually I could do it, because even at the 3, isn't that the same? No, I'd lose 1 point, which I'm really not enthused about. But let's do it. Yeah, let's do it anyway. So I think it'll still, I don't think green will make enough that it'll make a difference there. And next round I can spend points to upgrade the rifleman, in which case I'll get the full benefit. So I'll get the advantage of the rifleman upgrade. I can't see his military, but I think it's just 1. So I'll get 2 points from the rifleman upgrade, plus we'll get a point from the tactics card. So, alright, we'll do that. I can't do much else with the military right now. So, we'll just end turn. Oh. Famine. What was I? Oh. I do have a big problem. Alright, ocean liner is an issue. I totally forgot about that. We're gonna have famine. Dang it. How come I can't deploy him to a level 1 farm? Oh, I have no action points. Yeah, we're gonna have famine to there as well. Totally forgot to keep ahead of the famine problem. So we have too many workers, so if I keep recruiting, I'm gonna have to have somebody else out here. We're gonna have to do that in order for me to grab the rest of these workers. Alright, so I had to make an adjustment. Do it that way instead. Yep, I'm aware. Okay, get rid of... I'm not going to be militarily protecting anybody. Well, actually, green... Yeah, they're pretty much all ahead of me at this point, so... No, military protection's going away. No aggressions anyway. Alright, so... Holy moly. Each civilization produces, immediately evaluate corruption, produce, and evaluate consumption, produce. Cool. Not cool everybody else got some, but happy about the amount we got. I could just get a big pile of research, science points. So, gee, resources showing up in a pile. Spaceflight and Hollywood are still out, so he grabbed Bill Gates. It's not too big a surprise. That'll take care of his happiness through the rest of the game. Not sure what I clicked on there, didn't mean to. Alright, yellow got a bunch of science. We only got 5, but that's ahead of the other 2. So far we've been pretty lucky on the politics cards coming out to help us out on our next turn, so I'm hoping to get some good stuff done, because I've got to get some major culture build real quick. I'm not liking the looks of this match for a victory standpoint. I'm thinking we're going to lose. But this is our first match on regular or medium difficulty, and it's got negative handicaps against us, so it's a couple of notches harder than what we're used to. And there's a random factor. I mean, some games, no matter how well you play strategically, I might be making good moves, but still going to lose just because of the way the cards come out. So that's part of the things you have to learn to deal with. Each time I play, I learn a little bit more about the flow of the game and the mechanics, which is really important. Alright, he's got Charlie Chaplin. Finished his railroad. And major research upgrades. Oh, he took Hollywood and started it. Alright. That's fine. That's the one I don't have a lot of theaters for anyway. Fast food franchise popped out, but it's got the max cost. Alright. I got nothing to play. Let's see here. I don't know what's coming out. We get 16 to 20. Where's yellow at in regards to? He's at 47 to my 36. Yeah, I'm so far behind. I just don't see how I'm going to pull this one out with the amount of turns left. And I only have one wonder, so the end of game politics scoring, I just don't see where I've got a whole bunch of points going to come in compared to some of these other guys. I don't see how I'm going to be able to pull this out. And we still have no culture cards out there. This is like, what, turn 3 or so without a single culture building card available on the board? There's just no way. I'm pretty certain it's impossible for me to win from this point, because with only 28 cards left to go, given that I'd have to get the card, meaning one of these guys doesn't get it ahead of me, and then get it deployed, and then get workers on it, too many turns are going to go by. There's just no way. I'll be shocked, but let me know in comments if you guys agree at this point how you think this is going, because I'm pretty certain I'm dead in the water here. I might end up dead last in this match. So we'll do what we can. So that will score for me and yellow, but I think I'm going to do it. That would give it even more to red. I don't know when these would actually play. Well, obviously not that one. I think I'll go with the one that scores for me and yellow. What do we got? National Pride. 3 points for red. Alright. Okay, let's see here. So, looking at the top first, like I said, not a single culture point to be found. At this point, I'm not going with any kind of resource production. I'm going to ride what I've got till the bitter end. Not a single science point either. So the two things that I need most desperately, culture and science, nowhere to be found. I don't need military. I don't need resources. These are things that help you with those. These cost a ton of points. So if I grab this, I could get 22. It takes 16 resource points. You immediately score 1 for every worker in a military unit or urban building, and 2 for every worker on a farm or mine. So farms and mines are the ones that are prepared, so that would be the middle class. So if I could grab it and then hold off actually building it for a turn or so, just being careful to make sure I get it built before the turn ends, and then purposely load up on these columns, might be able to score a pretty hefty a pretty hefty quantity of culture points off of that. But it's going to cost me most of my turn to do. May not be a bad thing. How to do this. I think military, I am set. I'm not going to bother messing with military through the rest of the game. If I get hit, I get hit. I've just got to switch my focus and do every possible thing I can to get culture points. Alright, so we're not going to starve. If I do the free bring a worker over, that puts us at parity. So I've got 2 workers that I can deploy. I've got a good amount of resources. I'm really eyeballing this. I just don't want to build it immediately. So it'd take almost all my action points. I wouldn't get an immediate benefit. I'd be planning ahead. But what else really can I use? No. What would happen if I did space flight? 16 resources to get it built. Only 3 action points. That wouldn't leave me enough to grab it, build it, and grab another one. Got efficient upgrade, but that doesn't affect it. Patriotism is military. So nothing else is going to help there. I don't see an effective way I could get that. I'd end up losing that I think I'm going to get a lot more use out of. So the plan is to grab that. I've only got 1 point left. Let's get a worker out on... I can get corruption, but I no longer care about that. So this would definitely go out on science. I need to be able to develop things quickly. Problem also here is I've got so much of my economy sitting in these resources. I need to get this developed probably next turn. So the mine's going to pay out good. I think I'm just going to, I don't know, I'm debating. Why is it, wait a minute. Oh, because of, yeah. It's going to be next turn to finish it anyway. So I can either get another guy deployed, or I can get this complete to stage 3. That'll free up the resources and have it ready, and I don't have to stockpile as many resources just to finish that last tick. So I think that's actually going to be my best move. I'm going to do that, so it's ready to go. I only need to spend 4 to finish it off whenever I feel like it, so I'm just trying to time it here. It's possible there's only going to be 3 more rounds, so I just got to be really careful about that. Alright, I've got resources, but I've got no action, so I can't do anything else there. I'm not going to do anything with my military, so we're good to go, and that's fine. Let's toss... I was debating that, wasn't I? I'm just... one of these was... we're going to toss that. I just don't know how many... I don't think I'm going to get enough of that, as well as strategic. Alright. Let's see what they do to me. I got no. Yellow has 4 discontent workers. That's 16 culture. Yellow just got removed. 4 per. Well, that's good news. A few more events like that hitting red and green, and I might have a chance of not coming in last place. Now, if you don't remember, part of the circumstances for this challenge is that I'm only getting, I think, 3/4 of my culture generation each turn. So that's part of what's causing the big disparity, is I just have a problem there, and I have no culture generation. Still, nothing on the board. I'm not going to be able to grab Mahatma Gandhi, I don't think. So red failed on a green. That age 3 defense is pretty tough. It's harder and harder to get successful aggressions off as the ages progress. So because these defensive cards make it a lot easier, or a lot harder to overcome the differential. So that's not a surprise. Yeah, I don't see it happening. There's just not enough time that's going to happen. There's no way I'm going to be able to get enough things built. Democracy, great in theory, but I don't have the research or the science points to probably get it out there, and there's only going to be a couple more turns, so that'd only be 6, maybe 9 at the most culture generation. That's not going to overcome 40, 50 points of difference. Alright, you really doubt I'm going to go for this. I don't have any food, but I don't care. The workers would be great, the land. Only 1 point's being spent, but if I spend anybody militarily, I'm going to have problems. I'm already in 3rd place, so nope. No way am I doing that. Alright, red and green bid it up. Red got it for 5. And he still only had to spend 1 military point. But that put me back in 2nd place. Lots of labs. I don't know, guys. It's starting to look a little too late for some of that stuff. Alright, look. Culture generation. And it made it into the next category. I'm going to load that bad boy up. Alright, nothing. Now let's look. So 1 per level. Each level is urban buildings. I'd get really hammered on that. Parity at best. And I'd be handing yellow some points. Yellow's 42. Yellow and I are close. He's got more per turn generation than I do. So that would put us near parity and would gain me a bit on green and red. I don't know what else is coming out. And I'd gain 3 from playing it. Let's do it. The strength is probably going to change. It'll probably be a bad thing because somebody will overtake me and they'll get it. But alright, green was the weakest. We had no colonies. Alright, gotta grab that. Absolutely no choice. Let's look here. So both democracies are out. But like I said, I think it's too little too late. I wouldn't have enough research to deploy it this round anyway. We're just going to skip that. We're going to go for the movies. We're going to get it deployed. Alright. What's it take to put any guys out there? 11. So I've got enough to get 2 guys out there. That would be fairly powerful. That would give me 8 culture generation per turn. Unfortunately, there's only going to be 3 more turns. But I gotta do something. Let's see here, what else? So only other culture generation is a leader change. And right now I'm getting research, which I'm still short on. If I have any chance of getting 1 more research building, or resource building that is. I got movies out. Multimedia is also available, but it would take me 2 turns at the current rate to be able to develop it, and then I'd have to build on it. Then I would start getting things. So I'm already pretty much done. All I can do is ride what I've got because most of this board is going to disappear. So I think 2 turns might end the deck. And then 1 turn after that. So 3 turns is, I think, how long we're going to go. It's going to take me most of that just to get something deployed at my current stage. So buying things now is pretty much a moot point. So I need to do everything I can, I think, to load this guy up. And I really don't see a lot else I can do. Revolutionary idea scores research. So I could pull that and play it next round. Alright, well let's first do this and this. That's absolute. I have no choice but to do that. Alright. So I've now got max happiness as well as the 8 points generated from that. I've got 8 more points. I could do an upgrade. So let's go ahead and do the upgrade, and I'm okay on food for the moment, but I think I'm going to go negative as soon as I recruit another. Let's look. Nope, we're still even. Alright, so let's do that. Oh, not quite enough. Darn it. So we'll hold him. I believe we might look at putting him up in the research building. But we're going to play the efficient upgrade. And let's spend the 2 to get that to an age 2. And I don't have enough points for, though I do have enough for that. Cool. Alright. So how are we looking? That puts us in tie for first place for military. So I've got 1 infantry and 3 cavalry. And I believe that would now give us a couple of points, so let's go ahead and do that. Yep, that gave us an extra point, so that puts us in first place. And didn't cost us too much. So, alright, I'm happy with the military. We've managed to eke our way into first place for the military power. Temporarily, I'm sure, but that's good enough. Without spending too many resources to do it. I've got an idle worker ready to go. I've got happiness maxed out. I've got a building that I can get things put into. Fast food restaurant, I need to get people into my 2 for every worker on a farm or mine. So it doesn't actually matter what level I get these guys up to. I can drop a bunch of guys in the level 1s to get the culture benefit. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm actually considering downgrading. No, that wouldn't help. I'm still getting the culture for guys already there. So only new guys that I produce, I think I am going to put into these first level buildings, because when I score that, probably not next round, but definitely the round after, I have to finish building that. Then I think I'll get a bigger score for it. Alright, so we got a plan. How good a plan it is, we'll find out. Alright, anything I want, have enough to deploy rockets, but I'm not going military, and I would have to build military units, so that's out. That's just straight 6, so I'm going to grab that if nothing else comes to mind. I don't remember. Your best lab or library produces an additional... Ooh, a little too late. I could get technology generation or culture generation from technology cards, but I don't think it's going to be worth... I can't grab him anyway. Cannot play aggression or war cards. Well, he's actually a pretty good power, but no wars can occur this round anyway. I'm curious, why can I grab Mahatma Gandhi but not Einstein? Will it let me grab Einstein? It will let me grab him. Why is it grayed out? Huh. Gandhi does produce culture, 2 per turn. That'd get me another 6 or so points. I think I need to go with the revolutionary idea. I need to have points available in case something comes up that's going to make a big change. So we're going to do that. Nothing else to do militarily. We are done. No more hemming and hawing on that. Alright, this... Ooh, actually, I might have to back up and look at that. So now I would need an additional... I'd need 2 more units to get that done. Forget it. So we're not going to do that. That's enough. I need to pay more attention and check. Can you discard more than the minimum you're required? Can I throw out my entire hand if I wanted to, just to get a chance? I guess that would just let you hold more cards. It doesn't affect how many new ones you draw, so there's really no benefit to it, so never mind. Alright, he went democracy peacefully. Tanks at this late stage? Alright. You insist. Oh, here comes the internet. Impact of wonders. 15, 14. I maintained parity for the most part. Gained a little on yellow. So not a terrible card. Although red at 121 is what, still almost double of mine? So, yeah. I don't see me catching up to red. I might eke out ahead of the other two. So I think I'm playing for second place. Wow, a lot of thinking you're doing there, Red. I'm watching his little symbol here in the green line as he ponders his moves. Things have got a little more complicated as he's got more stuff built. He's getting some pretty good things up there. I'm hoping I can grab the internet. I'll finish off my fast food and then grab the internet and try to get it down as well. Oh, come on, Green, leave internet for me. It would take pretty much all of his remaining points to grab it. Now he doesn't have enough. Cool. Alright, so he'll do me the honor of grabbing one of these cards so that internet flows down and I can get it for 1 point less. That would be wonderful. Come on, do me a favor. Ah, bastard. He's got good production here. Yeah, didn't quite get the internet to slide into that first position. So you can see here 8 cards left, so I think when I finish my turn, it's possible age 4 is going to hit before I get my turn back. And I can't remember if I'm going to get that turn plus one more, or if the turn order is such that next turn could possibly be my last. So I can't remember exactly how that works on when the final turn order is kicked off. Alright, so politics phase, we are not doing any kind of aggression. Everybody's too close together, so it's down to any of these politics cards. For the most part, parity. I think all of these are going to be similar. So we'd gain a bit for impact of industry if things hold the same, and we'd gain on red, who's ahead of us the most, so that's probably our best play. So we'll go ahead and do this one. Alright, what do we got? Agriculture. This is not going to be good for me. Yeah. Alright, I am in third place by 1 point. Like I said, red's double what everybody else has, so I'm not sure how he managed to pull that far ahead over time, but he's managed it, so I'm assuming he got this stuff up early. And that's probably what's been doing it in combination with whatever leaders he's been having through the game. Alright, so what are we going to do? So, revolutionary idea, score 6. Let's get that done. Get that in the pool. Alright. Now, if I want to grab internet, it's 5 points, which is all of my points. So, what does this do? Score culture. We'd only get 15. To culture and science produced by your urban buildings, plus any strength bonuses they provide. So, not as good as I thought. It's grayed out because I'd have to finish this. And this is my worry. I've got this turn, and I'm guaranteed at least one more turn. So I can hold off on my food building at least one more turn. I just have to remember on my final turn, absolutely finish getting that thing built. And I want to hold off as long as possible so I can load up culture producing these lower areas. So I don't think any of these are going to help. Each of your labs produces an amount of culture equal to its level, but it produces 1 science less. So you're trading science for culture in that particular regard. Don't think that's going to help me enough. Notice, well, there's multimedia, but I've got my building here that I'm pretty much settled on loading up. So 11 points, unfortunately, so I could get 1 worker built up there. I'm gonna end up with a whole bunch of action points I can't use if I don't come up with something else. So I could pull, yeah, we're gonna, do I pull engineering genius? Can't do engineering genius and internet this turn. I was thinking of pulling engineering genius, finishing this, and then pulling the internet, but I don't have enough. I'm 1 point short of doing that. I just don't see a good way to maximize this for any kind of culture production. And like I said, nowhere near the amount we're going to need to overtake red. Let's do science. I'm pretty much done with. I think I've got to do that. That's really the only move I can make to maximize my culture production. If I try to bring in another worker, don't have quite enough. Takes 11. But if I did urban growth, I can do it that way. But as soon as I do that, I think I'm going to have to give up on internet, unfortunately. The other reason I was thinking of trying to grab it was because it prevents anybody else from grabbing it and gaining the benefit out of it. Because I'm fairly sure somebody will take it. And they've got a lot more. Yeah, if yellow grabs it, well, if anybody grabs it, pretty much. See, I'd get almost 20 points out of that if I could manage it. So let me back this up again. So if I were to grab that, oh, I can't. I'd have to finish my burgers. So what? I'd score 24 right now. I'm not going to do any more military units, so it really just comes down to how many more worker or farm guys am I going to deploy. Not that many, because I've got to get guys up into the culture building up here. But I get 2 culture. See, what I'm trying to compare or compute is, right now, if I spend, no, didn't want to look at that one, this one. If I spend 11 resources, I can gain 4 culture for a worker I put out. So put out the worker, spend 11 resources, gain 4 culture. Alternately, I can spend down here 2 resources and get 2 culture. So mathematically, this is the advantage, but I've got a limited amount of workers that I'm going to be able to get deployed. So I'll get my free worker. So if I put him out, that's going to get me 2 culture per the burger when I finally, or per the fast food when I finally score it. So it's going to be 2 resources, the worker, for 2 culture. So it all comes down to timing. The best way to maximize this is going to be, I'm only going to be able to get the 1 worker out. So I think I still need to deploy to here. It's just going to be more efficient for the remaining time that I have. I've got the resource generation to put 1 out each turn. Well, so I get 1. If I can only do 1 per turn, that's going to get me 4 culture. So yeah, it's still more efficient to do this, because I can only gain, I'll gain 4 culture for the 1 I'm allowed to do here, whereas I'll only gain 2 culture for the 1 I'm allowed to do here. So, alright. So that's figured. So we definitely do have to do that. So the internet's out. Not going to take internet. I'll go ahead and take engineering genius. I've got points to spend and nowhere to put them that will be effective. So we'll grab that. Multimedia building I could do, but I'm going to hold on to my points just in case. So we'll do urban growth and revolutionary idea, communism. I could pull communism, but I don't think, yeah, I don't think it's, I think actually I've maxed out my upgrades. I'm not allowed to put any more in here. That's the other thing I forgot, is now that's maxed. So I need another source for culture. So I'm probably going to have to take that multimedia building, because I've had a max of 3 for upgrading urban buildings. That's my urban building limit. So I won't be able to put any more people into the movie theater. So I had better grab that. And we'll go ahead and get it out. And I think I'm done. I guess I could upgrade that, but I want to save resources, so I don't think it's worth the action point. Alright. End the turn. I'm aware. Alright, we're not doing aggressions. We're not switching to that, so that should do it. Alright, let's see. Only 4 cards left in the deck. I can almost guarantee it's going to hit the end of the age before my turn, so I might just have 1 turn left. So he took the internet. I'm not surprised. Somebody grabbed it before it slid off the board. He's going to get the whole thing built. Nope, missed. Yep, he completed it. Scored 26. Alright, I think that puts me in last place, culture-wise. Military's irrelevant, not worried about that. No wars can be fought anyway. And aggressions are too hard to enact with the level of defense cards we've got. Alright, 16, 20. How many do I get? 32. So I gained some there. Oh, just shy. Well, now pretty far shy. So I've got a pretty good lead over green. It may or may not hold, but I'm still 50 points off the leader with probably only one turn left to go for me. Yeah, one card left, so definitely gonna be in age 4 before I get my turn back. So it'll go age 4, if not on green's turn, then right as mine starts. So there we go, age 4, present times. All civilizations lose 2 from their yellow banks. I lost Isaac, so my leader's gone. Got rid of some military cards, and the trade agreement has expired. No problem. Oh, a successful aggression at this stage? I'm shocked. You go, green. Take that from red. I can't believe, what did red run out his cards so he didn't have any defensive cards left? The only thing I can think of that would trigger that. So when does the last turn indication start? Is it going to be at the start of my turn? Pulling people out of the fields and throw them into the theaters. Alright, here we go. Politics phase. It hasn't warned me that it's my last turn. I thought there was going to be a warning. I gotta know the specific timing of the last turn situation, because that makes a huge difference. Alright, so for politics, 17 against red's 8. How many cards you got, red? He's got a fistful. But green successfully attacked him, and he's got the same that I do. I'm thinking of trying an aggression. Only gives up to 7 culture, but that's minus for him and plus for me, so a 14-point swing. I don't see a reason not to try it. Let's try it. On red. Confirm. Successful. Okay. Like I said, 14-point swing. Still 47 off, but I'll do what I can do. Okay, what do we have here? No, definitely not. Alright, civil cards. How can we maximize this? So, what you see is what we got up here, so we'll evaluate it, because, like I said, I think this is my last turn, but it didn't warn me, so I'm going to have to fire off the burger chain no matter what, but I've already got a movie theater, so I can't take that. That's why it's grayed out. I don't need research at this late stage. Don't care about food or military. Fundamentalism would let me do 1 extra guy in my theaters, but I don't have the research, and I'd have to revolution it, and it wouldn't be useful in time. Reserves, gains resources or food. I got nothing to upgrade and don't have the people to put out, so that's useless. For each civilization with more culture points than you score 2. Well, that's free culture, so I'll definitely be grabbing that. If I get another turn, I'll get to play it next turn. The rest of it, I don't see much use. We'll leave it up there. Military is useless. So we don't have that many options. We'll go... I think we have no choice. We have to finish that off. So we scored 25. So that gets us a good chunk closer. There's no wonders out for anybody else to score. They can finish their wonders, but there's no new ones they're going to be able to put out. So that's good. Alright, I've got urban growth, and it's not... Why wouldn't it? Oh, it's urban growth, sorry. I gotta look over on this side of my tableau. I've got nobody I can upgrade over here. That's why these are grayed out. So if I tried to do this, I'm allowed and I can deploy them. I can't put them here, but I've got that building now, so we'll go ahead and do that with urban growth. Cool. That gets us an extra 3, as much as use as I'm going to get out of that. And I am pretty much out of things useful to do. I don't see anything else I might do. I'm not going to get fundamentalism off in time, so that's a no, 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 no. I think I'm done. Nothing else out there is useful, so really it comes down to what can I grab that would be annoying to the other players. So I think I'm at 3 food, minus 3. I mean, I could spend some resources to upgrade my farm, but to what end? I don't see that being useful. I can't recruit anybody more. I think I'm just going to grab and grab just to keep other people from grabbing it and using it. And 1 point left. I think the only other action I could take would be to grab one of these, which I think is useless. Or upgrade this guy, which I just don't see a function for. So we're going to end our turn. Yep, that's fine. So now we find out whether that was my last turn. I think it's going to come back to green, and this will be green's last turn. So I think there's going to be one more cycle. Successful aggression on red again. You go, boys. Oh, didn't take culture. I don't care. Alright, come on. Get this thing finished up. Movies for 10. Don't want that, although I think it may be too late for anybody at this point. They might get one turn of generation out of it. Well, they're getting some stuff done. Alright. Hey, no fair. Each civilization produces an extra 1 for every completed wonder owned by the other. Bastards. Had to go colluding again. Who would do that this late in the game? Give the leader additional culture points. What are you going to do with that, dude? Alright, is this him playing a culture card, or is this the final scoring? Guess we'll find out. No, he's taking a turn, so I think this is the last turn of the game. It's gotta be. So he's doing his last. Up, he got Hollywood up. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of points scored at the end here. Everybody's converting into any kind of culture they can. Glad to see the computer doing that, so it's maximizing as much as possible. Alright, so there we go. Final turn of the game. What can I do? No cards to worry about. Unfortunately, I think the only thing I could possibly do would be to upgrade this building, throw a few more people into it. But I'm not sure there is another turn to gather points on, so how does this work? You score at the end of your turn. So yeah, anybody I can put into there is going to get me some points. So it doesn't help me to pull from here because it's my fast food joint is already scored. So yeah, so I can actually pull from here now that the fast food is up and scored. So yeah, so that's done. Alright, I got no workers, I've got no politics card, no war, nothing to build. So it becomes a matter of lots of actions, lots of points there. So, oh, it's not going to let me pull anything. Oh, politics phase, sorry. So parity with advantage to yellow, so that does not help me at all. That helps me a little tiny bit over green and red, but I would lose 6 to yellow. And we are I'm at 168 with 13. He's 30 points ahead of me, so I can't afford to give him any. And yeah, it's not looking good. Alright, so I don't want to do either of those. Skip politics. Alright, so endowment for the arts. So I gained 6, so definitely no reason not to play that. Before I play anything else, so if I destroy food production, move him up there, build it using urban growth, destroy a research production, bit up to there. Alright, I think that's the most I can do. I can't do more than 3 people per urban building, so that maxes those out. This only provides, Provides a culture for organized religion, so theoretically, no, I couldn't do it. I'd need 2 action points to pull anybody else out and move them over, so done there. Can I pull a military unit out? It cost a military point to do that. Yeah. Alright. I think that's the most I can do. In turn. Oh, never mind. I didn't know about that. Okay. Time to rethink that strategy. How far back do I have to go to avoid starvation? Yeesh. Alright. Well, skip politics still. So if I tried to end turn now, I'm going to lose 8 to famine. Yuck. Well, looks like I'm not going to get to do what I was hoping to do. Alright, I think that's going to be the most efficient. So, I don't have any famine, so I'm not going to lose points. I still got these maxed out, so I won't get the additional guy into here, but that was pretty minor. But we got no corruption, no famine, nothing else. So that's definitely the best. Yeah, I don't care about that. Green's already had his turn, so yellow has an opportunity to come at me, but I don't think he will. Wow. So, red gained 8 on me, yellow only a couple. Alright. So, he didn't do a military, he probably doesn't have an aggression card anyway. What can you do? Totally useless. Alright, theater's useful. Not surprising, he's burning down his temples. So they're doing pretty much what I just did. Yank everybody out of the useless buildings and max out your culture producers. Alright, should be it. Final events. Impact attack 56 to 24. Ugh. Wow, yellow leapfrogged over top of red, and I'm now in last place. Come on. Yeah, I just don't have enough point scoring here. Dead last. Only 2 cards to go. I think I came in almost last on every single politics card except for one. Yep. I think just one politics card that I was actually ahead on, so they definitely knew what to do. Alright, well there it is. Pretty much what I was expecting. Dead last by a pretty substantial margin, so 42 points off of 3rd place. Yellow, though, that surprises me. Yellow made a huge leap at the end because red was in a pretty commanding lead up to about 2 turns before the end of the game, and now yellow almost beat him by, what is that, 90 points? Huh. Alright, well, finished that. We failed the challenge, so our first failure. I'm not too surprised given the difficulty jump there, but I would be curious if anybody would like to provide some comments on what I might have been able to do differently or where you think I went wrong. I would love to learn to play better, so if anybody has any suggestions on just what happened there. I feel like I got handicapped pretty hard by a lot of the cards and the times they came out towards the middle to end of the 2nd and 3rd age. where I just had nothing I could do anything about the culture deficit. All of the cards were either not there for culture and science for the remainder of the game for me nearly. I was only able to get anything done in the last 2 or 3 turns really, and that was just way too late to try to do it. So if you have any suggestions or comments, please do make them below, or you can visit me on my Discord channel that's linked in the description. I'd love to chat with you there about the game or any of the other games we're covering, or games in general. I play quite a bit of games, so I've got interests all over the place. So hope to hear from you, and as usual, if you're enjoying the series and the episodes, do remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.